Richard from Houston called 3 plumbing companies last March. His water heater was 14 years old. His main sewer line had a hairline crack and 2 faucets were leaking. The quotes came back between $14,000 and $19,000. One company wanted to repipe his entire house. Another tried to sell him a tankless water heater, a whole home water softener, and a premium maintenance plan, all in the same visit. Richard didn't pay any of it. He spent 11 hours on plumbing forums, called a wholesale supply house, and hired an independent plumber who charged by the hour instead of by the job. His total cost, $6,200, better materials, no proprietary parts, a system designed to last 15 years instead of the industry standard 6. The plumbing industry wants you to panic and write a check. Smart homeowners build a system, and today I'm handing you the exact playbook they don't want you to have. Here's the truth the industry won't tell you. Most of what plumbers recommend isn't based on engineering. It's based on margin. The brands they push, the parts they spec, the timeline they give you, it's marketing dressed up as expertise. And once you understand the 7 loopholes smart homeowners use, you'll never overpay for plumbing again. Loophole number 1, the water heater downsize. This one sounds backwards, so stay with me. Most plumbing companies will try to upsell you from a 40-gallon tank to a 50, or push you straight to a tankless unit at 3 times the cost. The pitch is always the same: bigger is better, tankless is the future. But here's what the engineering actually says. A 50-gallon tank in a 3-person household cycles more frequently on partial draws. That's called short cycling, and it's the #1 killer of heating elements in anode rods. A properly sized 40-gallon tank with a higher first-hour rating, look for the yellow Energy Guide sticker, actually delivers more usable hot water per dollar than an oversized tank that's constantly reheating a half-full reservoir. The fix: measure your actual peak demand. The Department of Energy's sizing worksheet takes 4 minutes. Most families of 4 need a 40-gallon tank with a first-hour rating above 67. That tank costs between $400 and $600. The 50-gallon upsell and the $3,500 tankless conversion are margin plays, not engineering. Loophole number 2, the proprietary parts trap. This is the single biggest markup in residential plumbing. Major brands like Moen, Delta, and Kohler design cartridges, valve bodies, and electronic sensors that only work with their systems. When that cartridge fails in year 4, you can't buy a generic replacement. You're locked into their parts pipeline at 3 to 5 times the cost of a universal component. The fix? Specify open standard parts at the time of installation. Brands like Grohe's Europlus line and the Pfister First Series use industry standard ceramic disc cartridges that cost $8 to $12 to replace, compared to $45 to $80 for proprietary units. If you're replacing a faucet, ask one question before you buy. Can I source the replacement cartridge from a wholesale supply house, or do I have to go through the manufacturer? If the answer is manufacturer only, you're buying electronic handcuffs. Loophole number 3, the sewer scope before the repipe. Here's where the big money lives. A plumbing company quotes you $8,000 to $15,000 for a sewer line replacement. They've run a camera down the pipe and shown you video of cracks, root intrusion, or a belly in the line. What they don't show you is the NASSCO severity grading scale. Not all cracks are equal. A grade 1 or grade 2 defect on a cast iron or clay pipe can be resolved with a spot repair or a cured-in-place pipeliner, called CIPP, for $800 to $2,200. A full replacement is only justified at grade 4 or grade 5. The fix: request the raw camera footage and have it independently reviewed. Any NASSCO certified inspector can grade the defects in 30 minutes for $100 to $150. That one step has saved homeowners I've researched between $6,000 and $13,000. Loophole number 4, the emergency markup window. Plumbing companies charge anywhere from 50 to 200% more for after hours and emergency calls. The industry knows that a running toilet at 10 p.m. feels like a crisis. It isn't. 90% of residential plumbing emergencies can be stabilized in under 3 minutes with one of 2 actions: turning the supply valve clockwise until it stops, or lifting the flapper chain in the toilet tank. That's it. Engagement beat, 4 o'clock mark. The fix: learn 4 shutoff valve locations before you ever need them. Main water shutoff, water heater shutoff, toilet supply valve, and under sink supply valves. There's no plumbing emergency a shutoff valve can't pause. Once you've stopped the water, you've converted a $200 emergency call into a $75 Tuesday appointment. Loophole number 5, the water softener upsell. Plumbing companies in hard water regions push whole home water softener systems that cost $1,800 to $4,000 installed. What they don't tell you is that the only fixtures that actually benefit from softened water are the water heater and the dishwasher. Those are the only 2 appliances where mineral buildup meaningfully reduces lifespan. The fix: install a point-of-use scale inhibitor on the water heater inlet and the dishwasher supply line. A Watts one-flow system or a 3M AquaPure costs between $120 and $280. It doesn't remove hardness minerals. It restructures them so they don't adhere to heating elements. Your water heater lasts years longer, and you skip the $4,000 whole home system, the 40-pound salt bags, and the annual maintenance contract the plumber conveniently sells you. Loophole number 6, the tax credit timing stack. This is pure financial engineering. The federal government currently offers tax credits for high-efficiency water heaters and specific plumbing upgrades under the Inflation Reduction Act. But here's the loophole most homeowners miss. You can stack a federal tax credit with a state-level rebate and a utility company incentive on the same purchase. In many states, a heat pump water heater that retails for $1,600 can be offset by a $2,000 federal credit, a $300 state rebate, and a $200 utility incentive, meaning you get paid to upgrade. The fix: before you buy any water heater, check 3 places. First, EnergyStar.gov for the federal credit. Second, DSIREUSA.org for your state rebates. Third, call your electric utility and ask for their electrification incentive program. Time the purchase for January through March when utility budgets reset and program funds haven't been allocated yet. Loophole number 7, the recon mission. This is the one that ties everything together. You need to find the right plumber, and the industry makes that deliberately difficult. Most referral platforms, including the big ones you've heard of, are pay-to-play. Plumbers pay for leads, which means the ones who show up at the top of those lists have the highest marketing budgets, not the highest skill. Here's the insider method. Walk into a wholesale plumbing supply house, not a big box store, a real supply house like Ferguson, Hajoka, or your regional equivalent. Ask the counter manager this exact question. Who are the independent plumbers who come in here, pay cash, and buy quality parts instead of builder grade? That question filters for 3 things at once: independence from franchise overhead, cash flow discipline, and a preference for better materials. When the plumber shows up, watch for red flags. If they're reading from a binder or a tablet script, that's a franchise tech running a sales playbook. If they pull out a multimeter and check your water heater's element resistance before quoting a replacement, that's an engineer solving a problem. The first one wants to sell you a box. The second one wants to build you a system. Here's the rule: don't buy the box, build the system. The plumbing industry is designed to extract maximum revenue through fear, urgency, and proprietary parts. Every loophole in this video is a wall against that extraction. Size your equipment to your actual demand. Reject proprietary locks. Get independent inspections. Learn your shutoff valves. Stack your incentives. And find a plumber who thinks like an engineer, not a salesman. Don't buy the box, build the system. That's the rule. Subscribe.